We've got a serious warning this morning about sextortion scams. This is where scammers use fake profiles to get you to send nude photographs, and then they threaten to release those photographs unless you pay up. Well, yesterday, the social media giant Meta said it removed 63,000 Instagram accounts of scammers in Nigeria who frequently target adult men here in the U.S. Jolene Kent joins us now. Joe, good morning to you. Who are these scammers?
Good morning, Tony. Sextortion is something that is happening across almost all of social media, and Meta says this scam is fueled by the increased activity of one group in particular. They're called the Yahoo Boys. They're loosely organized. It's a group of cyber criminals operating largely out of Nigeria. Along with removing those Instagram accounts, Meta says it's also had to take down Facebook accounts that Yahoo Boys used to recruit and train new scammers. And these accounts had scripts for how to talk to victims and photos for scammers to use on those fake accounts, guys.
So, Joe, who are these scammers targeting exactly?
Yeah, Meta tells us that the scammers are mostly targeting adults, but they did see attempts to contact minors, which is very disturbing and on trend, unfortunately. That tracks with what we've been reporting from the victims' parents and the Department of Homeland Security. Now, while Meta says the majority of attempts were unsuccessful, which is nice to hear, the FBI says it's seen an increase in the number of sextortion cases involving young kids and teens, and these victims, unfortunately, typically males between the age of 14 and 17 years old. And the scammer will often start with what seems like an innocent conversation, and then it kind of escalates, leading to the exchange of intimate images, and then the blackmail hits. And victims are often too embarrassed to get help. That's the reality of the situation. So the FBI also says there's been an alarming number of suicides tied to the cases, and they're trying to do something about it.
All right, so what do people need to know?
Nate, so look, we've reported this. We've been covering this for over a year. DHS, Homeland Security, launched a campaign. It's called Know to Protect. That's with major social media platforms, including Meta. They want to raise awareness of the problem, and then they want to gather evidence and reports. So if someone messages you who has never messaged you before, you don't recognize, just don't engage. And one red flag is if an account is too stylized, the photo is too good looking, too sleek maybe, or even if someone sends you a photo first, they might be trying to build up that trust in the online world, right? Trying to bait you into sending one back. So you want to be on guard and report any potential scams on Instagram or on Meta. You can go to those three little dots in the upper right corner of the profile and click report. But this is an issue that is rampant. It's a real whack-a-mole problem. And all these social media companies, including Meta, trying to get ahead of it. But it seems pretty impossible right now, guys.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, thanks so much for all this advice. I'm surprised so much of it is on Instagram. I associate a lot of these scams with Facebook.
But for men, whether they're 14 to 17 or grown up, don't aim your phone at what's in your pants and you'll be okay.
That's great advice.
Really?
Great advice. You're right about that, yeah.
All right, thank you so much.